Hi everybody, it's Linda from Linda Takes It Back, and I've been away for a little while and I wanted to let you know why. Actually a couple weeks ago was my 6-month anniversary, and I want to fill you in on what's been going on, so please stay tuned. On my 6-month anniversary, which was, I think, November 17th, I was sick as a dog. I'm sorry, I totally lost my voice for about 5 days. And even when it came back, if I talked too much, I would end up in a choking fit. So I'm still coughing a little bit, but my voice is finally back. And unfortunately for my children, my car singing voice is back also. You need to torture them a little bit. So anyway, I wanted to talk about my 6-month anniversary video. You know, usually when someone does a 6-month anniversary video, they're taking measurements, showing you before and afters, and saying how great they did. And honestly, I've been pretty bummed out. I haven't gained 10 pounds, but I haven't lost. And I keep fighting with the same 2 pounds again and again. So on my anniversary, I weighed in at 168.2, and that's the lowest that I've ever been. I think the lowest that I got was 168.3 before that. So wait, I have a sheet somewhere. So I weigh myself every day, so I knew that I hit 168.3, but it must not have been on a weigh-in date because it's not showing on my spreadsheet at all. But as soon as I hit the next low weight, the next day I bump up a pound or 0.9 or whatever. And it's just maddening. And I think I've mentioned it before in videos that I lose it in increments of like 0.2, 0.3 every day to get down to that low weight, and then boom, gain a pound. And it's been very frustrating. And after my 6-month anniversary, I gained that pound, and then the next day I gained another pound, and I was 170.5. And I'm like, oh hell no, oh hell no. And you just get really disheartened. But honestly, I had to take a look, and I had to take a look at what I was doing and why it was so easy before and why it isn't now. And so here are my true confessions. So I'm a sugar addict, people. I love sugar and I hate artificial sweetener. Hate it, hate it, hate it. And I've tried so many different ones since I've started this process that it's been just frustrating. So my very first downfall was this: tea. I love tea. I drink a lot of tea. I'm not a coffee drinker. And I've tried monk fruit, I've tried stevia, I've tried combinations, I've tried erythritol, I've tried everything. I'm a vanilla tea lover, and I'll do a fave video where I tell you what my favorite one is, but I haven't found anything. So I thought I'll just put a tiny little bit of sugar in, and then I could drink it again. And doesn't that turn into adding more sugar and more sugar? And then when I had my cold, it turned into me having 3 or 4 cups a day instead of 1 because I was sick and I needed to coat my throat. And that's not good, right? Okay. My next downfall was this little tiny mint. This little mint. I got it at my physical therapy office, and they have a big bowl of them. And when I would leave, I would take one. And they're awesome. They are Lifesavers wintergreen mints, the green bag, not the blue bag, and they're fantastic. They are 15 calories and 3 carbs, unless you have 10, and then they're bad. So I'd sit there at my computer and work on an album design and eat them, just because I'm so used to eating things and having something in my mouth all the time and snacking, and this is what I was doing, and it was really bad. So that's number 2. Number 3 was Halloween. So these, my daughters have two, because there's 2 of them, giant bags, whatever, buckets of candy. And these were filled to the top, and they're still halfway full each. And it was rough, man. It's been rough to say no to chocolate. I realized what an addiction to chocolate I have. So after this happened last week with my 6-month anniversary, and I really was taking a look at what I was doing, I started watching some YouTube videos the other day, and one of them was about your glycemic index and talking about how different foods have different amounts of sugar load in them, and they cause your blood sugar to spike. Basically, and I'm not a medical professional, I'm just saying what they said in the video, whether it's true or not, but it kind of hit home with me. They said that if you have, say, eaten something with a lot of sugar in it or a lot of carbs in it, that you can have your blood sugar spike, then your body releases insulin, which anytime you have a whole lot of insulin in your bloodstream, you're not fat burning. And I'm thinking, well, if I'm eating these mints all day and I'm drinking this tea all day, no matter what the calories are, I'm not fat burning. And it just kind of got to me. And then I went down a rabbit hole of all these videos, and I happen to have a blood sugar monitor, glucose meter at home. So I was just like, let's see what happens. So yesterday I was going no sugar, and we're not going to, have tea with sugar. I'm not going to have the mints. I'm not going to have any candy. I need to get real, and I need to straighten up, right? Okay, so let me tell you what happened. So I did my starting blood sugar around 10 a.m. And it was 97. And I think by then I had only had some water and tea without sugar. So it's a little high, but I think I've always been a little high, which is why I had the surgery in the first place. Okay, so then what I've been eating in the morning is a 1 bar, and I eat that because it's delicious. Cinnamon roll is my favorite, and it's really, really filling. And I've always had trouble with hunger from the very beginning since I had the surgery. So I had the 1 bar instead of an egg with cheese. I kind of switched, and that fills me up for a longer period of time. But I've noticed that I have been craving food, just wanting more food, never feeling full. Even if my stomach felt full, I was jonesing for more food, or more, just craving more and more. So I had the 1 bar, and at 10:40, which was 30 minutes after I had it, I took my blood sugar, and it was 136. Oh, it spiked my blood sugar 40 points or 39 points. I couldn't believe it. So there's 230 calories in it. There's 24 grams of carbs and 9 in dietary fiber. So, and only 1 total sugar. But if you look at the box, it has maltodextrin in it, which I believe they have mentioned on Keto Connect that spikes your blood sugar as much as sugar. So that was a real downer. That's harsh. I've got 5 or 6 boxes of these things, whole boxes of them, and I can't eat them. So, okay. Then I went to my yoga class, and after yoga, I took my blood sugar, and it was down to 103 again. Real good. And my husband asked me to go out to lunch. So we went to Bahama Breeze. And what I've been getting there is the tilapia, the fresh tilapia, with the crab meat on top, the lemon butter sauce, and then I break it up because I'll get 2 or 3 meals out of it. Even though it's expensive, it's $20 for the entree. I break it up and make it a couple lunches or dinners, and it's amazing. So I got the cinnamon sweet potatoes. If you look them up, they're actually less calories than the mashed potatoes that they offer, and the string beans. So anyway, I ate, a regular portion, a bariatric portion of that for lunch. And half an hour later, when I got home, I took my blood sugar, and it was 108. So good news. That's a really good meal. And I'm going to be doing this and figuring out how to keep my blood sugar low and prevent those spikes. And I wanted to see what would happen after 1 day. So later that night, I had a chicken dinner that I made, and it was chicken and a Parmesan Asiago sauce on the inside, and then again string beans for dinner because that's all we had. And my blood sugar was 103. So I feel like I'm on the right track, right? So I said to my husband, I want to weigh in tomorrow morning and I better be 10 pounds less. He's like, maybe you might need to do it for longer than one day. But I weighed in this morning. So yesterday when I weighed in, I was 169.9, which is upsetting a little bit when you've been trying to lose the same pounds for 2 months. But this morning I weighed in and I'm 169. So whatever I was doing was very bad. And this, hopefully I'm moving in a good direction. So today, so far, I have taken my morning blood sugar, which was 99. I had my 1 egg around 9 o'clock. And then I had a half a banana because I really wanted to shake it up a little bit and see what happened. So at 10 o'clock, I had the half a banana and took my blood sugar a half an hour later, and it was 109, which isn't too bad. So I'm like, okay, you know, you've got some protein in there. You can have a little bit of sugar and didn't spike it too much. And then, so I had an appointment come to my house, so I couldn't take my blood sugar right after lunch, but I had taco soup around 12:10, and then at 2 o'clock, I took my blood sugar and it was 91. So that's really great. So I'm hoping after I do this for a few days that it will be lower in the morning and I'll get a lower beginning blood sugar to start to work with. And I'm just going to test it out on things I'm not sure about, so I know what I can really eat instead of what I think I can eat and what I think I'm doing, because I don't know. I've got a problem. I've got a sugar problem and I've got to reel it in, and that's just the truth. You just can't have 1 Twix. You're going to want 5. You're going to want more. You're going to want to keep going. Oh, and this video I was watching was talking about candy bars and talking about Skittles. My kids love Skittles, and apparently they are the worst candy out there. They're like 99 on the glycemic index, and that Snickers bars are less than Hershey bars because of the nuts in them and the fat that lowers the sugar bump you're going to have. It was really interesting. It was a YouTube channel called Psych Truth, but these videos were like 3, 4, 5 years old. So I think the lady's name was KarinaRachel.com. She has a website and she's a holistic nutritionist. So a lot she had to say about junk foods was really interesting. Anyway, I got a lot from it, and I'm kind of waiting to see how this goes. And I will say that last night was hard, like not snacking or snacking on different things after dinner. Oh, it was really rough. And my husband's putting the kids to bed and I'm sitting there and I had a snack. I had my Belgioso fresh mozzarella with my Trader Joe's eggplant spread. And it wasn't low in calories, but it didn't have a lot of carbs in it and it was fine. But then I really wanted something crunchy. I wanted a snack, and I tried having just water, and I'm sitting there just like miserable. And my husband comes down, he goes to the refrigerator, and I can hear him like rustling a bag, and I'm like, oh. So he comes in with these tortilla chips and guacamole, and he's like, crunch, 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 crunch. And I'm like, finally, I'm like, dude, you're killing me. You're killing me with this right now. And I'm just like, oh. And he was nice. He went and put it in the other room and didn't finish it. But I was like, around 10 after 10, I'm going upstairs. This is upsetting. I just don't want to think about it and remove myself from the downstairs area where the food and snacks are, just till I get over this whole craving thing. And maybe I never will, but to see where I can go with the no sugar. It's just been tough. It's tough to give up. But so that's where I am. I was just kind of looking inward and saying, what's the real problem here? You know what the real problem is. You have to figure it out because you've got 1 year and you've got to make the most of it, and you can't keep screwing around. And so I'm back, and I'm going to try to do my best here to stick to under 50 net carbs and to keep sugar out, because that's just going to be my downfall. And if I want to be successful at this, which I do, I have to get serious and I have to be honest. So I want to let you know that it's just not super easy when you get the surgery. It's a tool, but it's a tool, and you still have to work with your issues. You still have to work with your food addictions and whatever your cravings are. You still have to fight the fight. And also it's never too late. It's never too late to start again, because I wasted 2 months. I didn't gain 10 pounds. I didn't lose though. And I've got to just get my head back together, get my head back in the game, and keep going. And so that's what I'm doing. And if you have any questions, feel free to write me, email me. I hope you're all having a good week. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and, stay strong. We can do it, right? We can do it. Prepare. That's what I'm going to do. Prepare of what I'm going to eat that day, what liquids I'm going to bring. I'm going to bring stuff that I can eat if there's not good options. I'm just going to try my best and prepare. Let me know if you have any tips for Thanksgiving too. Talk to you later. Bye.